Hello everyone. I'm muted. Hello everyone. Yeah, so we're gonna continue. I was about to do a shader and do complicated stuff, but I don't need to. I have the files, I already did all the logic, I just have to change colors and get it. So that's my plan. My plan is to get things, do things. It's that easy. And get everything ready so that I can move forward and just finish this thing that I'm doing. Um, I mean that not every day can be as good as yesterday. That's all I mean. Because not every day you can spend about 6 hours with me on a panel screaming at people because they're bad. Once again, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Maybe somebody else will show up to give the greetings to your all emittance. But yeah, I enjoyed yesterday panel. It was an incredible panel, Abe, and as always, it's good. Thank you for being around. I didn't see anybody on, so I was like, yeah, this is the perfect time, perfect moment to just do whatever I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna start with this part. This is it. I just want to change the color, I guess. I have colors, actually. Let me go get him. Doing all of this stuff is pretty meh most of the time. Like, art is a lot, especially these kind of things. It's a lot of patience and understanding and just doing the right things, putting the things in the right place, pretty much. It's always gonna be the same way. So accepting that is important. I would show you all this, but I can't. Really, I can't do it. What is this? Where are my... Oh, here they are. In fact, let's do this. Very easy. This is a color palette. These numbers and letters here are called these are called color codes. They're from Adobe, and they've been around for a while, but it just tells you what color it is. Apparently EB3 is replying to me on my go live, telling me about what duty is. So let's read it. Let's give it a little bit of hope to these dummies. I don't want to put my Discord, so I'm not gonna do it. Duty. In using jurisprudence, this word is the correlative of right. Thus, whenever there exists a right in any person, there also rests a corresponding duty upon some other person or upon all persons generally, but is also used in a wider sense to designate that class of moral obligations which lie outside the jural sphere, such namely as rest upon the such as wait outside the jural sphere, such namely as rest upon an imperative ethical basis, but have not been recognized by the law as within its proper province for purposes of enforcement of redress. Thus, gratitude towards benefactor is a duty, but its refusal will not ground an action. In this meaning, a duty is the equivalent of moral obligation as distinguished from a legal obligation. In other words, this thing says that me and Andrew Wilson is correct. They are saying that there is a moral obligation. For example, there's a moral obligation to vote, but if you don't do it, there's no legal ramification, so no force will be used against you. In other words, the only thing that matters in this case, there's no actual enforcement of it. Okay, you don't have an actual duty to do anything. If you have a right to own a gun, you don't have a duty to actually have a gun. If you derelict the moral, nothing happens. Nothing happens to you. And our way of looking at the duty is that you have to do it as a moral imperative, but not necessarily only as a moral imperative. It can also be something that you have to do in a legal standard according to our ideals. So there are things that should be duties should be enforceable in some senses. Like their election of duty is can be seen as a crime. That's pretty much the idea. And yeah, there's a lot of people that can be mean about it or angry about it, because I am the big meanie guy that wants to put everyone in prison, but it is true. Like, that is the point. That's the idea behind it. Dimitri just doesn't understand that because he doesn't care. That's the reality of the thing. He just doesn't care. It's not even that he thinks he's right. He just doesn't care. And this is because he's a little bit delusional, right? I would think he's fucking delusional. You can say I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Don't think so, but I mean, you can still say it. What is going on? This is fine. Okay, I'll put this in. The well, duty is not a want. Your duty. In fact, duties can be against your wants. You can have a duty that is completely against what you want, but your duty is to. You have a duty to fulfill it anyway. Because it's not about what you want. It's about what you ought to do. Oh, okay. Oh, makes sense. Get rid of this. Hey. I can't answer that question. I am not gonna get. I'm not gonna get into the question begging here. I just, you know what pisses me off? I don't understand where he gets this idea that he can make this kind of claims. It's, it's just weird. For the people down to know or don't know, this is Painter. Is that the name of it? Yeah, that's the name of it. Substance Painter. It's an incredible 3D program. Really cool. Recommend it a lot. You used it against JS? Oh my god. Did he fall for it? I can't believe he fell for it. But if he did, that's amazing. If everything fails, I'll use that in my debate with Grace. I will go to a point in which I just start making things and then just telling to answer the question. Just answer the question. Okay, so this one is done. Let's go to the next one. This one. Hello, in world. Thank you for coming. How can you sleep at night, Abe, after doing that? How can you sleep at night? Can't believe you fell for it. It's awesome, but at the same time, that is very mean. That is very mean. No, you this one's with student license. It's you can get it. You can get it. You can also buy it. So if you go to Steam, you can buy Substance Painter. Is this one? And yes, yeah, it costs this much. Cool thing, you usually don't need to buy it again for like 3 years, maybe more. So doing it like this is pretty. It's okay. It's expensive, I know, but it's like a $20 a year deal. And they keep on like giving it different updates, and you never lose access to it. So it's like you actually buy the program. But yeah. my eyes were hurting. You don't have to go overboard, you know. I think some people are just lurking, or just put the thing and left for a while. There's a lot of people are spending time with their family, and it's understandable. But yeah, I would recommend, if you like this is to paint in 3D, but you can not actually like get in a printer. It's for textures and gaming and stuff like that. So if you want like to do that kind of thing, I will recommend this a lot. It's really good. But if you don't, I Doesn't matter. Don't waste your money on this kind of stuff. No, it actually is like you can get it monthly. It costs $25, but if you don't want it monthly, you can just buy it, and it's a forever license for that version of the program. Like every year they get a new version, but you get a forever access to that version of the program. So there is that little thing. You will be thinking, oh my god, he should be way more ahead in his progress thing. He said he will be back and just take renders. I had other things to do. Real life sucks. What do you want me to say? It's just, it is what it is. So I'll stream until I'm done. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the plan. That is the plan. Oh, that's right. I have. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's go back. You okay too? I'm gonna request that you clean after yourself in my chat. That is, that kind of behavior will get you destroyed and banned in the authoritarian cult of Emmet. The cult. Can you imagine? What the hell is that? What the hell is even that? What did I do? There we go. Yeah, it's true. They will stop supporting it in like they give it like 4 years of support, and then they stop supporting that specific one. So it's like you buy it for 4 years, but you don't have to pay anything. And being honest, it's not good. I really dislike the idea that you have to pay over and over for the same thing. But it can be worse. There is, especially in these kind of programs, Maya and like 3ds and all that, like all of Autodesk is, the prices are ridiculous. The prices are just ridiculous. Maya license. So hello Scott, welcome. Yeah, this is Maya. Maya, if you want to buy a license for 1 year, is $2,000. For a month, is $255, and if you wanna like use a flexible thing, which is you use it like if you were in the arcades, you pay a token every time you want to use it. Like 100 tokens, which is 100 uses, is $300. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. This thing is ridiculous. Yeah, we're just chilling, Scott. Thank you for coming. If you have stuff to do, if you have family, if you got anything to do, feel free to go and spend time with them. I don't have to do anything, so. Oh, the perks of being a cult leader. 3DS is amazing for certain stuff, and Maya is amazing for certain stuff, and I still don't understand why they can't take the best parts of 3DS and the best parts of Maya and just make one instead of having three. Instead of having like two of them. Um, I don't know, Scott. I don't know. What is? According to my knowledge in Le Disney, family doesn't leave you behind and stuff like that. Okay, there we go. Oh, I remember. I remember now. Um, my kids are raised and gone. You did good. You did good. I'm not laughing because I thought it was funny. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. I was wondering. There he is. Yeah, of course. We can make I can make a stream about it if you want to. We can go over it. Um, I'll give you a small interview and we'll check it out. Of course. I mean, that's what the channel is about. It's about checking out games, thinking about them, giving feedback, thinking about the other side of the whole. Because there's a lot of channels, and I've seen a lot of channels game, about making games, like the whole part of the programming and all that. But usually they overlook, or they have very little in the sense of the design area. I'm not saying there aren't any. There are, but they're usually solo devs and stuff like that. But yeah, hit me up. Let me know. I'll schedule it. Probably not next week. It's not that I don't want to do it next week. I really want to take the debate that's coming very seriously. Um I really need to take that seriously. Everybody wants your money. They used to love me. Now all they want is my money. They won't get it. Yeah, this is it. This is the last one, right? I'll go with green. Green and green. I don't know why I imagined you saying that in like, what's his name? In Trump's voice. All they want is my money. They won't get it. Say it's the best money, the best. Whoops. There we go. Killer be killed. Oh. That's pretty awesome name. Killer be killed. There we go. That's it. We did it. This is how it's gonna actually look like, because I'm not doing any of the other things, but I can just get the export. Did I do the whole thing at the end here? No. Let's do it. Get it out. Yeah. Perfect. File export. Kill or be killed. Let's exchange these. A new textures. There's 3 of them: Doc, Melvin, and Coder. I think they all are extreme radical. I don't think any of them is less of a radical than the other. The 3 of them are full-on radicals. Yeah, there's 3 of them. It's the 3 amigos. They're never together. Whenever you say the other name, and if you say the 3 of them, one of them will show up for some reason. Hopefully not to my stream. I mean, I don't harass them in their stream. The 3 enemigos. Which is the 3 enemies. Else. Like that. Okay. Done. I can save. I usually don't save, but I can save. I don't need not to save. This is a thing I already finished. And it's not my favorite thing to do. I'm not uber fond of. Oh, what is it called? Textures. I like doing. I can do textures, and I obviously can texturize and do all that. It's not my favorite thing. You spend a lot of money getting it to look kind of good. Which is the whole idea, like the whole point of doing it is to spend time making it look kind of good. It's like setting cameras and stuff like that. The 3 enemigos. Abe realized I wasn't gonna answer the question. Like I just ignored it at this point. He's like gone. gone for good. I'll I'm gonna get something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna put the intro scene for a second. I'm just gonna put the intro scene for a second and put some music. Meanwhile, you guys can we can put a debate topic on chat. I really already did the hot dog debate topic on chat, to the end of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the debate topic of the night. We're gonna give them what they want to the three amigos. Which one is the worst three amigo? The Furbynet, the Squacky Ducky, or the coder that can't code? Which one do you think is the worst one? Yeah, I'm back. I just needed to get a drink. I am back. The whole point of the panel of the chat today is to debate who is the worst of the three enemigos. The Robert Duffy, Mr. Quacky himself, the 4B, Red Fox, Melvin, or the coder that can't code, Mr. Radical. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The one I hate the most, because I think he's the dumbest of them all, is Ryan. I also think he is like the most malicious of them all. Don't ask me why, but that's that's who I think is probably the worst. Yeah, we're just chilling at the moment. I'm gonna be working on getting these getting a render here soon, getting everything ready. Well, I mean, hating the internet, right? I hope he gets saved at some point. I hope he finds Christ. But I disagree with Scott in this one. I don't think he does. I think he I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, maybe. You know what, Abe? I think that's it. Like, Mel is just a mentally ill person on the internet like everybody else. Duck is exactly the same. But Ryan has some kind of he's been employed in like big companies and stuff like that, and I think that is what makes him more of a like, it shows more of the societal problem that we have than the other two even. You have to understand something about that inward. Duck is not mentally well, okay? He's gonna see these at some point, and he's gonna be super mad at me for saying that, but I'm sure something's... that he's not super well. I just know it. So... Besides, I think he's an actual pretty sure he's an actual autist. Not that it matters, right? Being autistic doesn't mean you get to act badly or maliciously or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure he's an actual autist. I'm not sure about that. It would make sense at the same time, right? I do think that he might not be he might not be autistic, but I do think he has some kind of mental mental problem. It's yeah, not easy to explain. I don't know. I remember once watching someone go from being normal to attacking someone, and he has like a lot of characteristics that make me think that he's gonna do something like that at some point. Like he's very angry. We could probably do a little bit of subscribe. I mean, I can't complain. I have 32 subscribers at this point, which I think is very good for a completely new channel that has done very few things. Like I've seen a lot of people that go for hours and hours and hours, and yeah, I don't have that many subscribers right now, right? Obviously, and I get about 8 to 9 people watching when when people see that I'm streaming. But yeah, like having 32 it's awesome. Maybe if the debate goes well with Grace, I'll get more. I don't know. That's what really annoys me a little bit. So you don't ever know how good it's gonna work. How good are things actually going to be. Look at this guy's sphere. This guy's sphere too. And the volumetric ground, sorry. I'm not gonna go ahead and just say that they are or not mentally ill. It's just things that... It's just something I've watched. I would go ahead and say that he might be on drugs, and it's just that. Grace liked our debate during Grace's channel, and she wanted to continue the debate because the topic is kind of broad and we didn't really go anywhere. We didn't really go to any... We didn't even get to proper arguments, I would even say. It was more of, she wanted me to tell her what she was wrong, and I was trying to lay out a foundation so that we can even get to the moral stances. And we talked a little past each other. We didn't really have like much in the sense of what is the actual moral point. She was talking of an is statement, pretty much. She was giving me the description of the world we live in and why the church should allow like promiscuity, pretty much. And I was trying to get to a point in which I could say, hey, this is the moral grounding, this is what we ought to do, and this is what we have to do. And I think part of that includes like marrying young, having kids young, both man and woman understanding that this is a very harsh commitment. Yeah, so people will say a lot about my force argument on why I think like force doctrine is necessary, but part of me still thinks that I haven't gotten a reply as to why it shouldn't, right? I think it should be enforced because kids are important, for example. And there's gonna be a lot of people being like, no, it's so bad and mean, and most of the times what I get is just personal attacks. Which I get. Bombastic personality and all. The Rachel book. Maybe it that makes me laugh. Oh no. Can we go 3? And we're gonna go with a yellowish stone. Okay, I can get rid of this one. He rage quitted? I don't remember that. But it makes sense. Ryan, for some reason, for example, when he goes into your panels, Abe, he will not rage quit. But if he doesn't get like the engagement he wants, or we're talking about anything that it's not related to him, he really tends to just go away. I saw the greed debate he had with pretty much all the panel. That one was harsh. I don't think he did very well, but I thought I don't think anyone did really well on that one. Well, he is used to like just being attacked, and when he's being on the panel, we are usually just goofing, and he gets like annoyed and leaves. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's pretty much what has happened when he's been around. He just gets annoyed and leaves the moment it's not about him anymore. Yeah, the moment it's not about him, he just like leaves. And I'm okay. I'm okay on keep doing it. keep on doing that. I'm just okay with it. I'm gonna make this actually stronger yellow. Probably 10. This part of doing this is called illumination. Probably Inward knows about it. Maybe not. There's a lot of you can use. Usually, just use simple illumination for anything that has to do with architecture. You just want to make it look good, and there are like very simple ways of making things look good. That doesn't require you to spend a lot of time. But when you're doing like artistic stuff, like the way that you look at textures and colors and all that is very, very important. So there are like you follow other ideas with when it comes to like illumination in general. You love and hate what so much, like the whole me doing the illumination thing little by little. Yeah, understandable. I'm not even doing like big illumination stuff. Just like following simple ideas. Before I move on, let's go into both these. Specular. Is this 0? Yes, 0. It's fine. I'm just removing the glossiness. Don't be jealous. This is yeah, don't be jealous. There are different reasons. It's true. Like my idea is just I'm trying to make it. I don't care about the functionality of the thing. Oddly enough, I just want to make it look good, right? That's my point. While other people, well, not other people, like engineers care about the look, care about the functionality of it. So, does it make sense? Does it make perfect sense? Does it no? Does it look good? Yeah, kind of. It's pretty nice. I tend to do like very simple. I like simplistic that has that kind of detail and a little bit of oomph to it. But I love like very simplistic things. It's like some of my favorite stuff. It's a little bit more lights. By 32, 5. One of my favorite lights. Look at that. Whew. Let's drop it. Half. Yeah, look at that. Yo, Greed, welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm just working on. I have to do like a little video of things. I'm just working on stream. Right now I'm just putting lights in the thing. I'm glad you did good, and yeah, welcome. Did you win? Did you win the match? I am living rent free. He's mad at me because I tried to ask him some questions about rights and he wouldn't answer the questions. And then he gave me a very, very, very bad analogy. Who is Greed? What do you mean, Abe? Thank you for the like. Everybody, if you can also spare a like, that will be super nice. Spare a sub if you're not sub, whatever. All of that. All the good stuff. There are other ways of doing this, but this is, in my opinion, actually the easiest way and the best way. Having lights for pretty much everything. You do have to be careful if you're making like a game of something that's gonna run, because if you put too many lights and you're not doing the correct due diligence, you can get you can fry computers. It's very, very easy to do it with textures and with lights. Easiest way of fry player computers. Yes. No. That's right. Well, I was talking about Ryan. We've been in a couple of panels with Abe, and he comes in, and we're just having fun. Like, sometimes in Abe's panel, we're not actually talking about politics or anything like that. We're just having fun. We're just talking about making jokes or putting silly songs, or just doing stuff like that, right? And since we're not giving him the attention of like providing him with a debate or anything like that, he gets he just like leaves. He gets mad and leaves. I did start the stream talking about EB3 because he. I just start with him because he made a post obviously on your Discord, so I read it and I explained my position when it comes to rights, because he says that our duty is to be like civil or something like that. So I was trying to say that if you don't have any, a duty comes with a responsibility of said duty. So if you have a right and you don't do it, nothing happens. So there's no actual duty in a right. But we all know he's not gonna get that. I don't think he's actually going to get that, right? He's still extremely like mad about everything. I don't even know about what he's mad at this point. Should probably get a basic light. No, there's been a couple of really bad debaters that have been popping out lately. I think the worst kind of debaters are the ones that don't know how to do an internal critique, and they supposedly try to do an internal critique by giving you a position that you might not even have. There's people in the background. I'm gonna remove the camera for a little while. Oops, this is not it. I'll be back in a moment. I think he was trying to like explain that if you want to do X or Y thing, you have a duty to. If you want tea, your duty is to do all of the things to make a tea. But the problem is a duty is not a want, so it's a very bad analogy. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna move to the next one. Engine. I might actually need. Yep. It's the preference. It's the always preference. I don't even think he's that bad when it comes to debates. He's just insufferable. So you can't debate him because you don't want to talk to him. Yes. Awesome. Why would you waste your time debating this guy when you don't want to? Just most of the time he won't actually have a debate. That is the actual problem. Well, we know he's from, what is this place? We know he's from somewhere in the UK. So. Have a good one. Thank you, Grit, for stopping by. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the like. He's been all over the place. He's been, but this is not new. He was saying that when he debated. He was saying that when he debated Andrew at Sarah's panel. Yeah. Nice. Let's change the X to 4 blocks. 5 blocks. Looks fine. Even if this looks like you have a lot of polygons, in reality there are very little polygons. I don't even know why there's so many in this mesh. But there are not that many. Oh, it's probably because it has a lot of cuts in between. So that works. Okay, awesome. Okay, I can leave this one. I can go to this one. Oh, before I move. If anyone wants to come up, I'd be happy to have anybody up. Getting tired of talking to myself. I'm not actually talking to myself, but feels like it. If you want to come up, Abe, let me know, and I'll bring you up. Yeah, I'm chilling, getting this done. I'm really hoping the debate goes well. Next time I talk to Greed, I'll probably thank him about it too. It is a good opportunity to go into modern day debates, to be honest. And I got it through him, even if it was indirectly. But yeah. Rage typing. I don't know if you could hear that. I hope you couldn't. But if you heard me rage type, let me know. Let's go again. Get rid of lights and stuff. don't know what I moved. Funny. That's what I do. Rage type, yeah. Just rage typing. Fighting dog, nah, not really. I'm not. As I said, I don't see any of them unless I'm in a panel somewhere in the panel verse. I try to avoid going to their channels or attacking them in any way. It's just bad manners. I tried to invite Duck to. I wanted to ask him like questions about gaming and stuff like that. I think he was. Both Ryan and Duck were like in coding and that kind of industry. But he went autistic on me, so I was like, I don't want that. I don't want autistic. Yeah, there are different kinds of like people. Even when it comes to these kind of worlds, right? Yeah, I don't know. Customer success lead generation. Like, I'm not sure if Doc codes. I think it was in something that has to do with that market though. But yeah. What is like angel leads? Is that what you mean, inward? If at some point I get I want to invite like Ryan or something like that, just to ask him about the industry or what he thinks about the industry. I'll probably be Ryan. The only reason what I wouldn't do it outright is because we really don't like each other that much. And I believe that he. This is not about debates. Like the whole channel is not really about debates. It's about gaming, and he might just rail. And we're just gonna like end up screaming at each other. But if it comes like in good faith, we'll probably have a good conversation. I don't know. Ryan is a wild card. Sometimes he's fun to hang out with, and he seems okay, and other times he's just want to rip his face off. That's that's how I feel about that. Oh man. But they're both fun. Like, but it's fun. Like, in all honesty, it's fun to have them in these areas. You know, we're not gonna get, after all that has happened. I don't think we'll get to engage people like Hassan or Destiny or anything like that. They're way too ahead of us. Obviously, maybe in the future, right? But at this point, in the point we are at, it's not likely. I don't think it's gonna happen. Do you know what they do? Like, what were they trying to do? I thought he was gonna come up. He's probably getting everything ready, and he might jump with me in a call. I hope he does. It will be fun to hang out with while I finish working. Okay. Haha, I'm back. He has access to the Discord server, and He can just come into the Discord. I'll send him a message nonetheless. Rage typing. Rage typing. Oh. Rage typing. You know who rage types all the time? Melvin. Melvin rage types all of the time. We would be in panel and we would be in the middle of like talking to each other and we would just start listening. And it would be just everybody started losing their minds over who is rage typing. We'll blame EOD, and Melvin would know. That person would know. He's rage typing, and he just doesn't care. I'm gonna go into my own Discord, put myself in live, wait for Abe, do all the cool stuff. I am really happy that Grid came over. Even if it was for a little while, it's really nice to get someone like Grid. Yeah, I saw the link in. I'm not gonna open it during the stream. I'm just not gonna do it because I don't think it's a good idea. I'll do it after, just in case. Melvin will always be rage typing in the middle of a debate, and everybody will start losing their mind. Yeah, why risk it, right? Why risk it? Just don't do it. There's a way to heed everything. Oh, is it G? Just G? Let's see if it's just G. There it is. They've been trying to do that for a long time. It's an operational cost, and people think people don't need people. Um, I still think that until AI is pretty much to the point where you can ask almost anything, um, you're not gonna get rid of customer service. Also, the best customers like customer service also involves sales, and a lot of people don't understand that involves sales. So I don't know. We live in a weird world. Like if I had a ton of money, 90 what I would probably do is get a ton of get a company and make it like very traditional and sell like the traditional idea of the company. That's what I would do. But I don't have that much money, so don't listen to me. I'm not a business. I do games, you know. Yeah, it's true. You know what is like a great idea for a company to just make a ton of money out of pure customer service? Um, if I were to go to a store and they ask me to call a call a line and they will help me, that is like I don't want to do business with them. I think that's the worst that anybody can do. Why even why even have a store if you're gonna do that? And I think there's a lot of people that feel the same way that I do, and I know for a fact that if a company were to come and would remove that, just allow you to have like actual service and whatever they're doing, they'll get a ton of customers just for that feature. That the person doing the job in the store is able to actually do the job while on the store. That is, yeah, we need that. We need that back. Okay, let's take some renders. That's what I'm gonna do now. Pretty sure it was here. Ah, there it is. High resolution screenshot. Let's go with 2. Let's do eye capture. Let's do another capture. Fireframe. I just came for the hot dogs. Mhm. Alright. There we go. Wait. What if I do something different? Do unlit. I'm just gonna take a picture. And I know what to do later on. It's resolution to capture and then lead capture again. No hot dogs. Are you in North Korea? Oh, hello.
Well, hello.
Let me check if you're here. Yeah, you're here. Awesome.
How are you, Emmett?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Life is good. I mean, as good as, yeah,
As as good as it can be.
yeah, it's decent.
We're gonna do the opposite right now. You're gonna be in the back, not showing your face, being all relaxed. Like I
Perfect.
am. I'm in your stream, and I'm gonna be cammed up, like you usually are
Yeah,
in your stream.
yeah. Well, I tried to be. I think there's this thing about if you show your face, people are more connected to you. So like the streams where people don't show their face, they're less likely to get as much viewership right off the bat.
Yeah, I think that's true. That makes sense. I don't.
I
I'm
think,
not even doing it. Somebody asked me if I would cam up during one of the streams, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Um,
yeah,
so I'm okay with that. I already show my face. It's not like I can just hide behind that. I I think it did it for Greet's debate show or whatever.
Mhm.
Although
I
I have
remember that
always
actually.
been a big proponent of like have been able to not not
Give me one
showing
sec.
your sure. I'll continue. I've always been proponent of being able to hide your identity in the internet. Like I don't think you should need to dox yourself on the internet at all. Especially because they're really, really um, malicious actors on the internet. Yes, God, he said some crazy stuff, like
Who?
truly crazy stuff yesterday. Stillman,
Who did? Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
Stillman said
So
some
I
crazy
kept
stuff.
my mouth shut for some of it. That like I okay. So even the chat was like freaking out about him, and I when he went too far with me, like the accusations and stuff. This is not new to me. I've heard these things. I've had people come at me for my service in the past, but like words are one thing, right? But then like when I finally got to the point where I said I'm done with you, and he literally calmed down and stopped talking for a really long time. And that was the point where I sat and wondered, am I kicking him or am I letting him sit there to figure out how he deals with this situation? And I finally decided, you know what? He can just sit there, calm down, and shut his mouth. But if he says the wrong thing, he's getting booted. And I just waited long enough, and he came back and didn't pull that crap again. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you. He was wild yesterday. He when I made the internal critique, like I was trying to get him to a point in which we may agree, because I think it's I don't I don't even know of a sect of Christianity that would disagree with God being the ultimate authority. In fact, it's usually being used by sects as a way to attack attack the church or any church most of the time when they're like sectarians, um, or like they don't believe that there's any church or stuff like that. They usually use the idea of God being the ultimate authority to say that that no, that the church shouldn't be the ultimate the ultimate authority, pretty much.
right.
So
It's
when
so weird.
when he said yes, I can judge the heart of man. I know the heart of man and I can judge it. I was like, ooh, oh, okay. I don't think I have anything else to say.
Well, yeah, that's bizarre to me. Like the moment you start saying that you are the ultimate authority of all things, like that's it. That's game over. There's no discussion after that, right?
Yeah,
Like how do you prove to that person that they're wrong? Because they're already living in la la land at that point.
that was one of the like when I did the critique. I was when I was critiquing the Furby. Um, when I was pretty much making fun of the Furby. That would be the correct way of saying. But when I make the critique, the the reason why I made the critique was there was no way that they could tell me I was wrong at all. That was the whole point.
Hmm.
Oh, it's your interpretation. Well, it's your truth, and you act according to your truth. Well, it's my truth. Why am I wrong? You know. And I
Yeah.
think,
Why am I wrong?
and I think at one point he understood the contradiction, and that's why he left. Pretty much, like he just couldn't deal with the fact that there was no way for him to deal with that contradiction in the worldview. Like, oh, How can I even deal with these?
Eh, Right.
But
Well,
Stillman
I think he's
just
unwilling,
no.
right?
Stillman didn't do that. Stillman just said, "Yes, I am." It's like, okay,
True.
I am the authority. Like, okay.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't I don't even know what to think about the crap he pulled. Like, I don't know, man. He made me like usually, you've seen me and him go at it. We're usually spirited, but it's not so bad. It's just whatever. It's goofy or it's back and forth. But like that, he's been coming in my chat for like weeks at this point. Weeks. And he'll say things like, um, oh, you're saying that you're Christian, but you're also saying that you are allowed to go out and unalive people. And I'm like, I didn't say that. I've never said that. He's like, well, that's what you did. You signed to say that you could go unalive people anytime you want. And I'm like, in the chat. He just keeps doing this in my chat every live. And I
Yeah.
argue with him a little bit in the chat. And then finally, yesterday, I'm like, you know what? Fine. Come up here and face me and talk about this. And then he did. And it's like, first of all, I think it was obvious to anybody watching how twisted his view of it is. I understand where he's coming from. Like, it's terrible that our military goes and does some of the things that it does. I get it. But then he took it so far that, like, at the end, he did like the one thing you just don't do. Like, when you teach your children who are going into an area where there's vets, you specifically tell your children not to ask them if they've unalived people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 And it has
And
nothing
it's
to
like,
do with. I don't think it has anything to do with you trying to. Okay, you do want to protect children. I'm not gonna say you don't want to, but it's like pure. Um, it's like common decency at the same time.
yeah,
It's just that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. It's so bizarre to me. Like the claim, right, that he made, that Gray had laid into him for, and I think he was right to do so, was like, I want proof of that because you're saying something that is so starkly wrong. And like, I can't say that no one's ever done anything like that, right? But I can tell you, like, me myself, going into like Iraq in 2004, there's no way any one of us would have done something like that. We had heartfelt feelings for these people. The people we were fighting against are not the local people who needed help. Those people would run to our vehicles and cheer for us and ask for food and ask for things, and we would give it to them. We would literally dig in our packs and give them our food because we knew that they were under harsh conditions, not from us, but from what came before us. And that's not to say the U.S. military didn't do a bunch of damage there. I get that, but like it's wild to me to think that the military men who went over there just hated the people so much that we were willing to abuse children. Like,
I don't think that happened. Um, I'm not saying that bad things didn't happen. It sounds like a cope. I really disliked saying even stuff like that. Um,
yeah,
but it's true. Like I don't think I really don't think it was as bad as people say it was. Um, like for the local population, I know most people know that the U.S. military is probably one of the most ethical militaries that exist in the world. Um, they, you know, probably the casualties you had were cost more for the fact that you weren't trying to destroy everybody than from the fact that you were, right. Like you weren't actually
absolutely.
trying to destroy everybody. You were
We
trying to do things.
oh, yeah, we literally lost lives because we weren't harming people. I mean, we were going to the middle of the city where we know enemies are and not do anything. No firing, no attacking of any kind, because there are people all around you that run the risk of being hit and all these things. And the rules of engagement were literally you cannot fire until fired upon. And even then, you have to make sure you're firing at the exact target that's firing at you. So then it's like, I don't know, man. It's a crazy thought to think we're just over there just spraying and praying, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was okay that he came up. I, being honest, you have a lot more patience than I have. I would have killed him when he couldn't produce the evidence. That would
Yep.
have been me. I would have kicked him there.
Yeah.
Um,
And I was at the point of it, and Scott was even saying it from like chat. He's like, just get rid of him. And I'm like, I wanted to, but at the same time, I didn't want him. It's the problem is he'll turn around and clip that and be like, look, I was right. He kicked me because he was offended over the things I said, which just shows you I was right.
yeah.
And I didn't want that either. So
Yeah, you didn't want to give him any evidence. He, I spent like time with him talking about stuff and like actually trying to explain the differences between what is and what isn't. And I started having like a little beef with him when he said that. And it's a dumb beef, right? I get it, but he said, um, he said that I was bad faith or something like that, and
yeah.
people couldn't really debate me because I was just bad faith. That was his claim.
Yeah, the problem is he thinks that he understands what's happening better than you do, and because of that, what happens is you and him are having an argument, right? And he makes stupid points, and then you use the same stupid points against him, and he acts like you're bad faith because you're doing it back to him. And it's like that's not bad faith. I'm literally doing what you're doing. If what I'm doing is bad faith right now, then you're bad faith. Do you see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's
Well,
making these arguments and either doesn't get it because he's not smart enough to understand what's happening, or he's doing it on purpose and making sure he acts like he doesn't understand what you're saying. So either way, either he doesn't get it or he's being bad faith. And then he calls you bad faith for it.
he Uno reverses it, right? He tries to
Well,
Uno reverse it to you. No, you're the bad faith.
right,
Okay.
right. I'm pretty sure because, and that's the issue. Like last night, I realized really quickly, like him and Cecil getting into it, right? They were agreeing, but they didn't know they were agreeing. So they just kept arguing as if the other person was the opposite, even when they were agreeing.
Yeah, it's happened to be. Um, it's very hard to go into a conversation, even to a debate, where you have when you have two contentious parties and just not being able to disagree. And that Duck did that to me the other night. He was like
Oh,
just
yeah?
disagreeing because he wanted to disagree. He thinks Doug is this person that thinks that only he knows about X thing. So he will go to that X thing and pretend that only he knows about it. And that way he can, um, since he understands that, he can tell you about that thing. And that gives like credence to all of his worldview. So I'm like,
Oh, yep.
he starts talking about quantum mechanics. What he doesn't know is that I understand quantum mechanics better than most people. And I don't say that because I am a quantum physicist. I say that because I study chemistry and I know about quantum mechanics. They're not that complicated. The, the, the complicated part comes after the idea of quantum mechanics because since we can't actually study them, they're so it's the experiments and even us looking at the thing changes the thing. It makes it very hard to understand quantum mechanics at all.
True. Very true.
but we understand quantum mechanics. Like I know about it. I know the theorems. I know all of the ideas. Most of the ideas behind it. Most of the ideas are quack. One example is the multiverse theory, and all of that is completely quack. There's no way to prove it. There's no way to go through it. The logic behind it is flawed. The equations are flawed. All of it is flawed, and it's just science fiction.
It's an unfalsifiable mathematical trick, basically.
Not even because they go on and say, well, there's a lot more dimensions, and I can even grant there's a lot more dimensions that we can perceive. Let's say that I grant it. There, that doesn't mean anything when it comes to the multiverse. Nothing at all.
I would say, you know what I would say to that? I would say that's funny because all you've done is prove metaphysics for me.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
All
that's
you have
also
done is
true.
prove metaphysics exists. Because if there are higher dimensions that we cannot perceive, we cannot react or act upon, but they can act and react upon us, metaphysics must therefore exist. And you would not be able to measure or know or understand it. If your theories are correct, metaphysics exists, and I'm right.
Yeah,
God exists, and so does everything else. The demons, the angels, everything. They're just in a dimension we can't see or touch or perceive.
yeah, that is true. It was also fun.
So
I also had a lot of fun with Beth when she was like, "You do this with this word," and I'm like, I don't think." I try to explain the word concept fallacy, and I talk about the identifier and the concept, and
oh, it
she
was
just went
funny.
back until he. Why do you do this, you?
And you're
And
like,
I found
how
it super
about
funny.
and then you went right back to the how about instead of telling me what I believe, ask me. It was very funny. I was like, oh, a second time, a third time, a fifth time. Everybody just keeps ascribing things to Emmett, and Emmett keeps saying, how about you just ask me instead of saying that's what I believe?
They don't know how to do internal critiques. Every
I
single
know.
time they try to do an internal critique, is you believe these. That's an assertion.
I,
That's a claim. How do
I
you
kind of
know
feel,
that?
yeah, I kind of feel like that's my whole channel. My whole channel is I'm internal critiquing things all the time, and everybody else is just throwing spaghetti at each other. Like, because I'm trying to understand why or what or how they're saying things, and they're just describing things to you or me or everyone else.
I that's an actual that's actually funny. They're trying to ascribe us positions, and I'm like, okay, you
Yeah.
like an actual. I didn't tell Stillman what he believed in the God argument. I asked him questions, and he on his own told us the whole thing. That's how
Yeah.
you do an internal critique.
Yeah. Yeah, and once you understand that person's position, then you can react within that position, but you don't get to just assign the position and then internal critique it. Like what world are you living in?
Yeah, no,
Oh, wait, never mind. He's living in Mushroom Land. My
mushroom
bad.
and mushroom. Oh, I said it yesterday. Mush moon rism. More
Ism?
mush rism. Yeah, more
Or
mush rism.
or mushrooms.
Yeah,
It's so hard to say.
it's so hard.
Oh, that was so good. That
What
that
mush
whole
rism?
cult thing is freaking hilarious. It's freaking funny.
I will keep doing that. Then, like, I really enjoy the. Next time I go into some place, I'm gonna be his excellent excellence. I don't know.
Emittance.
Emittance. Yeah, the emittance. I'm gonna be his your emittance. Welcome.
Welcome to the emittance.
Say hello to your emittance. I just think it's hilarious, and it it's because people keep doing the same things. Like you're a cult leader. It's like okay, I guess. I
it's kind of
tried
ridiculous.
that day that they were talking about sexual ethics. I was gonna go to a point in which I was gonna say, well, to me, every single thing outside of marriage is pretty much essay. Every single thing outside of marriage is pretty much essay, and everybody involved in that should go to prison anyway.
Yeah.
But I never got to it because they heard, yeah, I wouldn't think that is that there is SA in marriage because of these reasons, and they don't listen to you anymore. They
Yep.
just
That's
gasp.
true.
They just gasp for air.
Well, that's what I see. That's something that I like to do in arguments, and I don't know if you've caught it quite yet, but people will take a stance, and I'll either push their stance all the way to its end, like so extreme that it makes them go, whoa, 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 that's not what I'm saying. Or I go on the complete opposite end of theirs and go to the furthest extent. Because either way, it puts them in like freak out mode internally.
Yeah, yeah,
Because if you can push them to the logical extreme of their own point, usually it's going to falter, right? And
yeah,
you could do the same with the other side. You could take your point and make it wrap so far in the other direction that it touches theirs, and then they start freaking out. Either way.
yeah. I think we do something. I think we do similar stuff with that. I'm just way more bombastic in my approach, and I'm trying to be more forceful. And you're just really calm and good about it.
Yeah. Well, see, that's my temperament though. Like
Yeah, I
I
just
have a very yeah.
what I'm trying to
I don't
say is I would go ahead and take a position, and I would go to the extreme of the position, and then I will go ahead and be like, this is the position, and now that I have like this extreme position, and I think it's right for all of these reasons, you have to tell me why is it wrong. Which is
yeah. There's no way to do it. But they will still stand in their moral um, moral relativism and call you out for being bad or evil or wrong,
yeah,
even though they have
you
no
mean.
grounding. Yeah, yeah. It's always going to come back to my preferences every single time. As long as there's no foundation, it's my preferences.
Yeah. Did you watch or did you catch a little bit of the debate that Andrew had yesterday?
No, I was gonna, and I pushed my time too far or too close to it, and then ended up going live. Then I
Um,
realized he was going and Grid was going, and I'm like, oh shoot, I literally started a live right in the middle of everybody else's stuff.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you still have a good attention. Like, there's a lot of people that still go to
I
it.
was, yeah, I was very surprised that I could pull a crowd even though all of that was going on.
Oh, I'm gonna show this. I hope it works. Um, we're we were talking about the four-dimensional object. So this game has a four-dimensional object, and I think it's pretty awesome. Hello, Cecil. Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling. I was working on stuff, but I'm probably not going to finish it on stream because it has my personal information, and I realized the moment I opened like what I was gonna do. This is a very good game. It's a very old game too. Oh, it doesn't work.
My fourth dimensional images.
let me let me see if I can. I don't know why the game just won't stream anywhere.
You know what? You just gave me a freaking super awesome idea for debate. Actually,
What is the
this
idea?
is okay. So you and I would argue from a biblical foundation for morality, right? Because regardless of whether or not we're part of like the Orthodox Church or Protestant, uh, we would still go back to the foundation of like the tag argument, right?
Hmm. At least
Tran-
there,
tran-
yeah, that's fair.
right. The transcendental argument for God is going to be a foundational principle that gives us a moral standard. However, from their side, they're going to argue some kind of naturalistic or human-based moral compass, right? But you could argue the tag argument from a dimensional aspect, leaving God completely out of it, and still use tag in the same way, and have them still unable to do it, and not even bring religion into it, which leaves them even less foundational.
Yeah, you can probably do that. That makes a lot of
Because
sense.
then, because then it doesn't have to be like the Christian God, which I'm not saying obviously that's our belief, but it you could argue that anything outside of our dimensional space that we can perceive and interact with could be beyond us in a way that gives us the foundations that we have, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I'm working through it in my head actually currently, so I'm like, dude, that's trippy.
Yeah,
Are you
that makes like
you're
that's a good argument, and there's other ways to go to like the foundation, the fundamental idea of God, like the first the mover. That's one of them. Tag is really good because it grounds the metaphysical aspect of all of the things that we need in order to pretty much exist anyway. I'm getting I'm having an idea on why that everybody acts on faith,
mm-hmm,
especially when it comes to the future. So
mm-hmm.
if you go to sleep, you actually go to sleep because you have faith that you're gonna wake up, and they're gonna be like, "But it's the same thing that we've done all the time." That's true, but that doesn't mean that you
Doesn't mean you
have.
don't believe it.
That doesn't mean that there's not a probability of you to
Yeah,
die.
yeah. You if you act in the world, you must have faith.
Yeah.
Period. There's no way to act as a human being in reality without faith.
So that thing over there, that's a four-dimensional cube, and it's a very awesome
That's
thing that you can find in FES. This is the name.
it's a it's a tesseract.
Yep. Um, and you can find in this. I don't know why I can't stream it, but I just can't stream it. I've tried it in like a couple of things, and it just won't screen capture. You
Yeah,
can
there's some things like that that I've noticed.
you can find the game there. It's an old game made by a very weird person, but it's a very good, interesting game. And your companion is a tesseract, and it moves around and it looks pretty trippy. But yeah, the the four-dimensional cube, pretty much.
So Emmett, do you
Hmm.
like Among Us?
I don't have Among
Why don't you have Among Us?
so I had no friends.
Oh,
Wait, I don't have it, but people in my library have it, so I can play it. I
oh,
think.
okay. The reason I asked is I've been thinking about doing like we do our chill hangouts
Hmm.
and have fun. I think it would be fun to do like a stream where we're playing Among Us.
Yeah, I think that is. I think we should do that.
I think it would be a fun time. I have to figure out how I do it without like if I stream it, then it's from my point of view, right? But
Hmm.
then I'm giving away if I'm
Yeah,
if I'm imposter.
that is the problem. Like, I know how they did it in the past, like all of these streamer people. The other thing you could probably do is have someone. This is the problem. It would be like having someone else stream the matches that is outside, and he can just like see everything. And during the match, we will be like playing the thing, and then afterwards, we will go in the lobby and everybody can talk.
That
Uh,
that would be
but it's it's a cool game. We will have a lot of fun. At the same time,
either.
it involves a little bit of logistics. Yeah.
I think either way it would be fun. Even if the streamer is even if like I'm streaming it and I am the imposter, it'd still be fun. Because I'd be like, yeah, I would. I just have to be super extra skilled. I'd have to run for my life all the time, basically.
Well, I don't think so. I don't know how people. It will be weird because I've seen a lot of Among Us because it was just so popular at one time,
Hmm.
and at that one time it's like, oh, we're all in the middle of the pandemic. We can't see people that we like. We have our friends are far away. Everything sucks. Like that's how it felt. Give me a second, Abe.
Okay.
My dog is having problems.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
All good.
Yeah,
All good.
I know. I know.
So, I created my Among Us character for the chat, so you know it's gonna be freaking fantastic. Um, Obviously, I don't know what all we're doing for the future, but we can do a lot of fun things and
Come on.
game nights and like Among Us and other things. I know this coming week, Kat and I are gonna do some fun stuff. So, and of course, and it's welcome. And I'd like to try to like do co things too between the channels. So that'd be a lot of fun. Like if he streams something like a game night over here, then we could all come over here for that one, and then yeah. But either
Yeah,
way, I think that I love what you're doing over here. This is freaking awesome because it gives people insight into the things that they love.
I like was I think every single one of my episodes that hasn't been an actual episode has been really really fun. The the first one was okay. It's my first episode, I understand. But it was fun. The second episode when we started streaming Katana Zero was actually really good. Um, when we do this brainstorming was really good. When I come back and I just start putting this on a document, that's gonna be good. Even these chill streams um, are gonna be they're pretty awesome. Like just being with each other a little bit, talking about whatever's going on. It's pretty awesome. And if we start like doing things together, playing or like having games or anything like that, that's pretty good too. I There's a lot of panels in the we have a lot of panels in the panelverse. We have a lot of politics. We have a lot of stuff like that, and I think your stream is a place to go, relax, have a good time. We can debate at points, but even if we debate, we're still hanging out, having a good time. And I think it's almost kind of like that on my stream. It's a little bit different because I don't want to make it educational, but I want to give you an insight of what I give you an insight of things that you have to do a game, right? Because I know those
Yeah.
things. It doesn't mean that I know I don't have like this super game done already, but I know those things. I know what I have to do. There's a lot of work involved. Just today, I didn't do anything like special. I put things on a map, light it up, and take screenshots. and just understanding that you have to do that is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's awesome to have an understanding, because I don't think people often know what all is going into the games that they're playing. Like, it's easy to jump on and play a game and not even realize the amount of work that went into it. Like, okay, for instance, you're talking about the amount of polygons and the system, and how uh, the system, if the system isn't capable of what you're doing with it, you'll burn up your own computer. It's that
Yes.
much rendering and processing that happens. And I don't think, like, when you step back and look at like massive open world games, the amount of work and processing power that went into creating that thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of new technology too that are they're using that allows you to have like very big words and not destroy your computer and stuff like that. But um, The Witcher 4, for example, is going to be a great. It's probably going to be a great game. Um, even if it annoys, even if it annoys me, just the way that they're using the technology is awesome. Just that is awesome. But it does
Yeah,
annoy me. They do annoy me with their virtue signaling and stuff.
with their crap,
They're crap.
the crap, the stuff that we all hate.
The, the stuff that we hate.
Yeah,
I
it's a whole
probably,
lot.
if I can, I'll have Kel on when I have like the idea and just show the idea to her, and see what she thinks about. It's just like for fun.
That would be so funny. Because, like, obviously it's a very fun idea, but like when you step back and look at it from, say, her side, it's kind of like, whoa, what? What are you talking about?
How did you know all this crap? Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that that's the curse of sides, really, right? Like somebody who's actually rather on it and understands. Say you're like one of us and we understand wholly the left and the anti-God and all of it. We have a really clean, good understanding. You can predict a crap ton about that person, about their life, about their stances, about everything, right? And then the same is true. If somebody on that side is perceptive enough and humble enough to look further into this side or lived this side prior, then they could do the same. But if you're if you're not educated or you don't have an understanding of it, what happens is you're just dumbfounded by the other side's points and you don't understand that they could possibly understand you.
Most of the time, they do understand you. Most of the time, they're not dumb, and you're gonna have to like accept the fact that they understand you.
That they're disingenuous, you mean?
Um, no, it's like I think most people understand each other. I just think that most people pretend not to understand each other. Like
Sure, but
I can understand the communist ideas. I'm not gonna
right,
be like I don't know, like I understand this person. I think they're
right,
wrong a lot of time, but it's not because I don't understand them. It's because I it's because they're wrong.
right.
Oops. That's how
Yeah.
that's how I think it is. It's not that they're. Yeah, I just think they're
What is that?
wrong because of that. Oh, this is a that's so cool. Hey, I'm not gonna show it, but that's so cool.
I thought it was for fun. What game is this?
It's called Celeste.
Oh,
It's my favorite game of all time. I've wasted too many hours into it. It's a controversial game because the creator is self-inserted himself after the game was done in a very um, bad way. But the game
as
itself
in,
is awesome.
oh, it looks cool.
it plays really good. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
All I can say is that chick is crazy.
Fiercely typing, not to die. Oops.
Is this the girl in your Be Back Soon art?
Yes. In
That's
the
right.
in the about to start. I changed my Be Back
Yeah.
Soon art. I can actually show it.
Oh.
Well, it's not the Be Back Soon. It's the. This is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because Grid 1 guilt tripped me, it's his fault.
Really?
Forever.
Really?
Yeah, really? No!
Oh wow. Okay.
I can pass it.
Wow. That's crazy. That's hilarious. What'd she say?
Nothing. I sent
Oh.
I sent a message and I was like, hey, this is me. I did all this. I hope it's okay with you. The reply was, who are you? And it's like, perfect. That makes sense.
Oh.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Like, nobody.
Who are you? I'm a nobody from
Nobody.
nowhere.
Yeah, that's how. That's exactly what I thought. It was like, oh, what a waste of time.
Yeah, well, doesn't that tell you a whole lot?
Yeah.
Oh man. It's okay. I think people remember me just because there's a big ass top hat.
True. Do you remember the guy? Who? Abe. Oh, you mean top hat guy? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because, like,
Yep.
if I take my top hat off and I don't let them see the background, there's a possibility they won't even know who I am.
I think so, yeah.
That's funny.
No, that's me. That's art.
Yeah, now I have to have you make one of me.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's just
That'd be
gonna
so
take a little
funny.
time. What?
Yeah, well, I don't want you to, like, take time away from whatever you've got going on, but I think it'd be for fun.
Yeah, I'll
I
do
can
it.
sketch that. I can sketch stuff like that, because, like, I can draw and do art with my hands, but like I don't know how to do graphic design of any kind. So
Was it on purpose? What do you mean with it was on purpose? That's cheating game.
what? Wait, what's cheating?
I don't know. I lost control of my chat.
What is
Scott is
happening?
leading the revolution.
Oh my gosh, just turning the people to you.
Let's
It's a
see.
mutiny.
It looks kind of like Towerfall. That's not bad. I hope it goes well for you. Insert yourself in the game in the byway. Um, okay, I'll explain the insert. So the game is. Let's go to the map. This is a very cool game. It is. It starts here. It's like the tutorial, first level, second level, and you go all the way to the summit. He later revealed the core, which is this DLC. I think it was like 6 months after, and then he released Farewell. That was like a year and a half after. All of this is about a girl going up a mountain, uh, finally reaching the mountain, then like going to the core of the mountain to understand like herself, kind of thing. And after all of that, he decided that the game was actually about himself. He came out as a Trune, and the character is actually a Trune. So there was like a big controversy with the game. People
That's
were like,
terrible.
this is retconning the story. You never mention it. It's not part of it." Um, and yeah,
Well, like the Matrix.
it had like a iffy reputation after that. But the game is really fucking good. Like the the guy made
This
a great game.
this reminds me actually of a lot of the stuff that like Spiro talks about actually. Like I don't know if you've watched Spiro's channel much, but he talks about programming and AI, and he talks about how the programming models have like explicitly removed certain terminology or word usage, specifically because like white, black, things like that have connotations to race, and the same is true with anything that's gendered, and they've changed all kinds of stuff that doesn't make sense. The language doesn't actually match the models, and so they're by using that kind of language control in programming, you're like changing how people think as programmers and
Oh,
almost forcing them to fit into like the leftist paradigm in order to code.
yeah. I don't know that from him, but I do know that from other streams and like just coding or
Yeah,
the the industry in general. The industry in general has been going through that kind of stuff. If you cut out, yeah, it might be in the internet. It usually have really good internet. It doesn't cut out often, but it might be that it was
mine
the
might though.
internet. So,
Mine cuts out here and there because I'm very rural. Like I have to use Starlink literally to even get internet where I live. So
well, you have better Starlink than the guy that was debating Andrew the other day.
say what?
um, what's his
I have
name?
better.
Westhoff? No, it's not Westhoff. Who was this guy? I don't remember his name, but he was using Starlink supposedly, and his internet just kept cutting.
Well, all my streams are run on my Starlink, so like I'll say that it's decent. I have two gamer kids basically that are gaming quite often, and then everything in your house is linked to your freaking internet anymore, right? So like
Yeah, everything
everybody's
is.
phones, everybody's computers, everybody's everything. And so like it's running all of that, and I'm still running a stream in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know, it does pretty good. I'll cut out, but I mean you guys notice it, so like I'll like all of a sudden stop talking, or
Yeah.
freeze up, but I almost always come back just fine. So I'm sure it depends on where you are too, because like if you have too much tree cover or things like that, it will block out your signal pretty bad.
I was showing off
Like I
the like the ending screen, because I made two artworks. I don't know if you mean that, uh, but yeah, if it cut off, it's just it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. But yeah, it was. I think it was on purpose. I think it was just showing off like my ending screen. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think people were talking about Starlink and like an actual alternative to internet, because I
well,
think Tim Pool was trying to use it to stream. 'Cause he was like angry at something,
yeah,
but he said that
like I
he didn't have the upload to keep up with his like stuff.
that's possible. I'm sure he's running a hell of a lot more than I am, but um, but I'll say that it's pretty incredible. And then if you look into a lot of the stuff that's coming because of what Starlink has already set up, there's like deals in the works for straight to cellular and all kinds of stuff, so that uh, even towers down here will be getting their signal straight from space. So like the outages that we see nationwide or in areas will be far less likely because of direct link to satellite, both from towers and then eventually also cell phones that will just flat out pick up Starlink signal. And it's like, that's crazy, because then you're entering a world of like every phone is a satellite phone.
That would be really good.
I mean, it would open communication in place. Like I live rural, like I said, and there are huge expanses where there's no service at all. Like if I go one direction from where I live for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, there's no signal, and there will be no signal for uh, probably the next 60, 70 miles.
Oh
No
wow.
service at all. So that's an hour's drive once you get to that point. And I've broke down between and had to walk to where I could get enough service to actually get somebody to come pick me up. Um, and then the other direction, you go about 20 miles, and then it cuts out for another 20 miles. And it's like, so if you had satellite connection to cell phones, you wouldn't have all these dead spots. And like we've all heard stories of like people getting lost in the woods, and then there's no service, there's no way to contact somebody to get help or survival or rescue. So then you're just trapped in the middle of nowhere with no, you know, no way to contact anyone. So I think if we had stuff like that, it'd be a lot less likely. Even if it was just a device that gave you access to text in the wilderness, that would be better than what we've got currently. And
I
that's
think
changing
yeah,
already, so.
that is a really cool thing that you get from technology. It's a little bit understatement, and there's like a lot of other problems that we're seeing with technology in general, but one of those is not communications. Communication is better than ever, and
That's true, but
it used to be really really bad.
right, but the rapidity of information uh, transfer and stuff like that um, also has its detriments, right? Because people can put out bad, false, or destructive things more rapidly than they ever have before. Not to say that we should limit speech and all of that, although obviously you and I would agree that certain things shouldn't be pushed, but communication is way greater, and it's been a huge boon to humanity. but it's also been a detriment at the same time.
Man, my fire alarm is running. This is getting really scuffed. Give me give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll put the intro scene and I'll
Yeah,
just mute
so,
everything.
yeah.
Okay, we're back. Can you hear me, Abe? A chicken pot pie in his oven. No, I don't know why it started ringing. I have no idea. It was bad. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I don't smoke. I actually don't smoke. Um, at all. N- Nothing was burning. There's no burning thing. It just went off. Why? Don't know. Probably because my windows were closed and I've been here for a while. That might be why.
Sorry, I also had to step away for a second. I had a child thing for a moment there. Oy vey.
My friend says that all the time. Oy vey.
My mom said it like my whole life, like as just a funny thing. Oy vey. And I don't know. Evidently I'm in my 40s and now I'm old, so I do it too. I don't know what's happening.
It's just how it works. Grow old,
Yeah.
you say oy vey.
That's how it works. Oh man.
Once you grow up, you say oy vey. It was the polygons. It was all of the drama involving this game. Yeah, I can attest to that.
Polygons. Asterisk, asterisk. Did you like that?
I did. Skate 2 in chat. Probably not. He went to the hot dogs.
Went to the land of the hot dogs.
Let's go for the hot dogs.
The hot dog kingdom in the redhead forest.
Oh, because he's a redhead. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if people know that. That's like the origin. There's a redhead forest and there's a secret kingdom there. And they're just biding their time to take over the world someday.
That makes sense.
Yeah. One of my brothers is a redhead and he told me that ever since he was little.
He said that?
Yeah, he said his real family and his real parents are in the redhead forest waiting for him to fulfill his purpose. And I'm like, what?
What is
I
the
think he was like
purpose
7.
of a redhead?
I don't know, but he was like 7 at the time. And he's like always embraced that. Like his whole life he's embraced that. And I'm like, okay, dude, whatever is going on inside of that head of yours.
We love
He's
you.
like, yeah.
But you can't
You can
love a
ask other
redhead.
redheads. Yeah, you can ask other redheads, but they'll probably lie to you. I'm like, oh my gosh.
If I ever make a game, I'm gonna add that as part of the Lord of the Redheads.
Sure.
Because there always needs to be a redhead in a game.
Yeah.
You know why?
That's
You know why? Is it we just like it? Because it makes a lot of sense in color theory. That's the only reason.
Yeah. True. True.
Makes characters a lot more interesting when they have redhead.
It's true. Have you ever? You probably haven't, but if you ever have a chance to watch it, it's a really good anime. It's Samurai Deeper, or yeah, it's like Samurai Deeper, Demonized Kyo, and it's about a main character, and he turns out to be a redhead, but yeah, it's kind of crazy, and it makes the character super interesting. There's something that, like, he's against the blue-haired character, and everybody else has got random ass anime colors, right? Like pink hair and blue hair and green hair and all these different things, and he's like the only character really with the red hair, and he's massively antagonistic
To everybody.
He's what makes the show interesting.
Hello, Mr. Bill. Welcome. Oh, redhead. We want EOD to come up. He's always fun to hang out.
Yeah. And if you call him redhead, he cries a little bit. So
That's true. I'm not a real redhead. He's not invited to the forest for some reason.
sad. He destroyed his own invitation to his homeland.
That's why he doesn't like to be called a redhead.
He doesn't want the duties of a redhead to one day conquer the world.
That is the case. He's gonna lie about it though.
Of course he will. He's a redhead. That's their duty. One of their main tenets is they must lie about being a redhead. I mean, the ones who admit it is the ones who can't get away with lying about it, so.
Or the ones who don't care. They just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Or they were raised away from their the true knowledge of the redhead clan. They were brainwashed by the non-redheads, you know.
Like your brother? Or your brother's just the one that doesn't care anymore? Just doesn't
Evidently
care.
he's based, and he just knew from birth, even though he wasn't raised by them.
He just knew about it. Yay.
It's kind of like Steelman. He just knew.
It takes a while, but I love this game.
Pretty badass, actually. There's something about, like, even though it's like this, right? This like almost side-scrollery type feel with 2D graphics with a little bit of 3D-esqueness laced in. It's got that old, almost Nintendo or SNES feel.
Yeah.
There's a certain simplicity and fun and beauty to it all at the same time that newer games lack and games before its time lack.
This is the first time I've done that. AOD should like Trump's ultimatum about the Washington Redskins. No redwoods for redheads.
No forest. That's the trick. If we just keep all the redheads from the forests, then they can't take over.
I think it's a CO detector, not necessarily smoke. But I don't know. It has randomly started screaming at me.
Why is there so much CO2 in your house? Are you a reptilian, Emmett?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, to each their own, right?
Let's be honest. It's what I'm lacking. I'm just lacking the reptilian sense. At this point, I'm just drinking the ice. That's all I'm drinking.
You ran out of water.
Out of water. I don't want to leave the stream. I need to end it so I can finish what I was doing. It is what it is. I also have 8 people watching, which is a good amount. Yeah.
Sure.
Snipe hunting? Not really. I would like to go hunting someday, but I haven't gone hunting in my life.
Mr. Bill, that's just mean. No, hunting is fun. There's a certain fun to it, for sure. But you don't even live that far away either, I don't think. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on where in the state.
Like 12 hours, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that area, actually. Like that, actually, that whole state has crazy beauty to it. Like,
Yeah, it's
obviously if you just drive on like the main the main interstates and stuff, you don't get to see quite as much. Even that though, there's beauty to it. But the moment you hit like uh, Crescent Junction and go south into Moab, beautiful down in there, all the way down to through Blanding and Mexican Hat. Then you cross the border into Arizona, and it's ugly as nothing for a while. And then if you go the other direction, you go down through like Cedar City and St. George and all that stuff, and that's a beautiful area too. And everything in between is amazing. But you wouldn't even know if you're just driving through on the I-80. You wouldn't know. Even the Salt Lake area actually has incredible beauty, like the mountains behind, and then if you go down below through Provo and all that, like there's some seriously beautiful areas. It's kind of crazy.
Mr. Beale's telling me that for you to tell me about the snipe hunting.
Gosh. Oh, yeah, Joshua Tree is untrue. It's true. It's a snipe hunting. I don't even know how to express that.
I don't even know how to tackle this.
It's like, do you know what blinker fluid is, Evan?
It's the fluid that goes in the blinker of the car. That's what you mean?
Yeah. That's similar to snipe hunting.
I'm so confused.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Emmett. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't know how to express it well to you.
It's okay.
Once you see it, you'll know it.
Once. Is he calling eyes? Is this a call eyes joke?
Mr. Girl cracks me up, man. Like, I swear, when I least expect it, he cracks me the heck up so bad. I'm like, I don't expect it from him, and then boom. It's like a punch in the gut. A laughing punch in the gut, usually.
Okay. I see. A great Cheers episode.
Oh my.
This is a...
Oh. It's the hard part.
All of these are really hard.
It looks really hard. There's spikes everywhere. I mean, obviously I've never played this game, but I can only imagine, like, this is worse than the hardest levels you played on Nintendo growing up, so...
Yeah, the guy's a really good designer, though. Oh, I didn't do it right. The unaware and the gullible. We're gonna have a problem on this channel. You know what? I'm gonna leave. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose all of these Prime Entertainment with Abe. Yeah, you don't have to care about me. You're gonna lose Abe.
Like I'm some kind of valuable commodity. Oh my gosh. We're gonna lose Abe.
You guys are gonna lose Abe. Who cares about me playing this game? It's really hard and complicated. Not really. But you're gonna lose Abe.
It'll be so bad. So, I guess at some point you'll have to tell us more about, like, why does her hair turn blue? Is that powers?
Oh, her hair?
Yeah.
You have a dash, so when you use your dash, your hair turns blue.
Okay.
That's it.
And it turns red. Why?
That's the natural hair color of a woman, according to a dude. That's it. Who also?
So, red
Who's
is
this
the natural
guy?
hair color of a woman, and if she dashes, it turns blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they
Now
don't
I
dash
understand.
usually, obviously, because
Yeah,
women don't do
what is
exercise.
what is that dash, anyway?
I have no idea. It's like
It's like superhuman. Like, is that what happens when a
The-
female has a lot of testosterone?
no. What happens is it's when they have to use a little bit of their blood to get superpowers. You know, they lose the hair, the color red. They just lose it.
It sounds very Gnostic.
It sounds very bad. Oh, Steelman, take me out. I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be in this universe. According to who? According to designers, because they all are male, and we all want to have
Women?
we all, well, all designers like pretty woman. That's it.
Like, what women?
Pretty.
Creepy women? Oh, pretty women.
Pretty
Yeah,
woman.
well, I mean, I think that's most dudes, actually.
If I get 500 subs, I will not only buy blinker fluid, I'll make it myself.
Challenge.
You'll see me in a robe doing blinker fluid for anybody who wants.
You know, I said that if I hit 500 subs, I'll take off my hat. But that hat's getting pretty freaking heavy these days. Just throwing it out there.
You just want to take it off anyway?
I've been feeling it, man. Like,
I can see that.
people think it's a joke when they say heavy hangs the crown, but when you wear something heavy on your head for like, I don't know, 10, 12 hours straight, you start to feel like something's wrong with your head. And then your neck feels like it's breaking every time you move your head.
There we go.
Wow, this hat only weighs like, I don't even know what it weighs because I never weighed it, but it feels heavy. It's not wearing a baseball hat, okay? You've heard me play it. It's like a drum on my head.
Yeah. I mean, you can just take it off. It's no.
I could, but then how will people remember who I am?
You can just let them know. This is me. I am the president of the United States.
But what if my identity changes by taking off the hat? Because, as we all know, the hat is what brought me back. So without the hat, who am I?
You're Mr. Abe Lincoln. Abe Linkus.
Abe Linkus.
Mr. Abe Linkus. Oh, oops.
Done. It seems like a pretty badass game, actually, to be honest.
It is a pretty badass game. It's a very difficult game too. it
Like,
seems
well,
I did this and it's been 10 minutes and you think, oh, that looks easy. All of you in chat complain about my gameplay. Try it. Try it on your own.
are you playing on a controller?
I'm playing on my keyboard. I played
Yeah.
this game on my keyboard since forever, and it's just like at this point it's just mechanical. I have to play it on the keyboard simply because of how I played it always. But it would be better if I did it on a controller. It would actually be better.
You play all your games on keyboard?
No, I've been playing lately more games on a controller. But before, yeah, I only played with keyboard.
Well, sounds rough.
It says that you should wear President Grant hat. Is that a better hat?
Instead of fedora or something, or I just go through the presidents and wear each of their hats one by one all the way till modern day.
The
Next
MAGA
thing you know, I'm
hat.
sitting
That you're gonna end up in that one. Can you imagine? 100 years from now, and they have like, oh yes, this was the hat. Everybody had a little bit of reference for the MAGA hat.
Oh my gosh. That's just goofy. Boom.
Say hi, cat.
The super heart.
My cat's angry. Doesn't want to say hi.
Oh.
Yeah, you just need a tiny top hat.
That is a
works.
great idea. That's a great idea. See, Doom says I should get a taller top hat every, like, so many subs. So, like, at 500, I should get an even taller one, and an even taller one, until it's, like, 6 feet tall on my head. And I'm thinking, I'll be, like, crushed into my seat. That doesn't
After
sound great.
8 hours, you will not be able to do anything.
It'll be like touching the ceiling. I'm just like pegged to the ceiling with my hat as a column in my house. Oh look, it's the top hat column.
It's a top hat.
Next thing you know, I'm actually just wearing a stovepipe.
A stovepipe.
Like, I gotta go to the restroom. They're like, "Well, go." I'm like, I can't get up. It actually goes through the ceiling, so. It would be funny though if my top hat just kept getting taller and people were kind of noticing, but I didn't say anything for a long period of time, and it just slowly got taller and taller.
How tall are we talking about? 6 feet?
Yes, I know, Dusty. Flo, yeah. What about it?
He's a troll most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. But what are we talking about?
What did he do this time?
Yeah, what did he say? What did he do?
We need a little bit more information. He does a lot of bad things.
I mean,
that doesn't mean he's a bad person, by the way. He's just
Dusty's
just a
been
troll.
on my panel too, and to Dusty, but like.
No, I know. I'm just saying that the fact that he's a troll doesn't mean that he's like bad or he doesn't he's not coherent or anything like that.
No, he's pretty intelligent most of the time. I don't agree with all of his takes, but at the very least, when he gives a take, he's got a reason for having the take. It's not just random. Like he's usually he's thought through whatever it is he's presenting. Unlike some people we all know.
But he's also a troll, like.
He is definitely that. Like, I've found myself getting frustrated at things he's doing or saying, obviously, but, like, at the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, welcome to the internet.
You guys did have a good Sunday with the family? Most of you, at least.
I hope everybody did. I just
Yeah.
been hanging out with my... Actually, tomorrow is my oldest son's birthday, so... That's, feels wild.
What age is he turning?
16.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. It's actually... It just feels really weird. Like, time freaking flies, dude. And I don't know. It's just a weird feel. It's amazing and crazy all at the same time. So.
I know. Time is a difficult thing to gather sometimes, to understand. It sounds dumb because we all use time. But it doesn't make sense. Okay.
Just...
All I'm saying is we need a restart button. That's what we need.
Oh, right.
Like,
It's
I
just
want
weird,
a checkpoint, I wanna save, and I wanna go back.
Okay, so, for instance, I don't know how old all of our chat is. I know that Scott is a little older than I am. I don't know how old Scott is, but what I can say is, like, our bodies, all of us, will feel older and older and crappier and crappier. But your head almost, I would say, doesn't catch up. Like, you gain knowledge and wisdom and you do things and you have experience, but you still don't feel in your head like you're an old person. That doesn't happen. Like, you just still feel like you can do things, and then your body reminds you you can't do those things. And it's such a weird feeling as it happens. Same with your kids. Like, all of a sudden, you watched your baby grow into teen years, and you're like, whoa, what the heck? You're not that age. That's not right. But
Stop
it is.
pretending being an age you're not.
Wait, what?
Stop pretending you're an age you're not. You just turned 16. Stop pretending.
Yeah, it's how it feels. It's like, I know you're, like, significantly taller than your mother now, but quit acting like you're that old, okay?
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. Like, the head doesn't know. Your brain isn't programmed to feel like it's as old as the body is, and that's an odd thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's up with all the spirit chicks now following you?
Time to teach him to dive. To teach who to dive? Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
He is smart. He's a smart person. I don't know. I think he really likes to troll and to be on the internet, and he found a niche where he's just doing whatever he wants, and that's fine. That's you know.
Yeah. He's a decent debater. He really is. If it's a topic he actually cares about and he puts time into the thought of, he will do very well in a debate. I wouldn't say he's like Andrew Wilson or anything like that, but if you put him against a lot of the, like, I don't know, Grid or VK style people, he'll probably smash a lot of them, I would say.
Yep.
Because he does have decent critical thinking skills, and he has a pretty good understanding of how the world works. Part of that is he's probably close to the same age as me. He's like probably, and he's had life mistakes and he's had life successes, and he's had a lot of time to think about how the world itself works. So I think that and he, as much as he is a troll, I think he actually is seeking to understand the world. Like, part of his trolling is learning how people function, I think.
True. Also,
Like, yeah.
he's also like a little. The other day he said the same thing that it's been going around lately in the internet and everywhere. Anson says pretty much the same thing. It's a very libertarian thing to say. Like, I enjoy being with Christians more than I enjoy being with atheists.
Yeah.
So he's like
Even though he'll talk shit to you and he'll treat you like you're a dummy for believing what you believe, he would still rather be around those people.
he's been like super nice to me most of the time, but I don't attack him, and I knew from the start that I didn't want to have like any.
Yeah, if you're not trying to argue like theology and biblical principles with him, he'll be chill. But the moment that you want to try to force or tell him what's right or how people should be or how people should live or what they're doing wrong, then he's going to start trying to call out your worldview based on your own verses.
Yeah.
And the verses that he knows and the things that he's learned. And he was like he'll even tell you he went to a Jesuit high school, and so he had to learn all kinds of stuff. So he has a little bit of grounding in it, just enough to argue with you. And
Well, I
we
think
live
it's
in a modern
very.
era where he could go look into more, easily.
I think he has like a lot of knowledge when it comes to the Bible. It's not just that he's very knowledgeable. That doesn't mean that he understands all of it or that there's actual understanding, but you have to be like if you're gonna go on a debate with him with that kind of ideas, you have to know that he is there to debate you. He is there to try to destroy your worldview, and he will use anything that he knows, which is a lot, to do it. So,
And not just scripture wise. He'll pull in other stuff that opposes it too. But okay, Scott, I agree with you 100%. I was trying to figure him out this whole time. Like several months I've been doing the same thing. I like him, and at the same time I find dislike, and it's like my dislike doesn't outweigh my like. He's pretty cool. He's pretty chill most of the time. Obviously, there's a lot of drama around his channel, and it's because he basically reviews the things that are going on with other people, and people take shots at him. I'm not saying he doesn't do the same. I have no idea. But for the most part, if you treat him decent, he'll treat you decent, and he seems pretty cool.
yeah.
But, like you said, he's a troll, and he's a smartass, and he's not afraid to say shit that will offend you to your face.
In fact, he'll try to do that. That's why.
Uh-huh.
That's part of his trolling.
And I think he actually enjoys finding what that is for you, and then seeing how you react to it.
So it's pretty much on you. That's the whole point. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it depends on you what kind of relationship you want to have with this guy.
Well, it's the whole thing of energy matching, right? Like, if you go up and you're chill and you don't try to like assert your dominance, so to speak, then he'll just be chill too. But the moment you start pushing anything, he's gonna go, oh, okay, I know where your buttons are. Let's play.
The first time I interacted with him, they were talking about something else, and I said, well, I think they were talking about. Oh, it was Anson and him. Anson was telling him about his new idea of evolutionary theology, kind of thing. I'm an evolutionary theologist. Something like that was going on, and and they were talking about why is it that atheists can't have like profound conversations, and I just said that the problem with atheists is that I don't know where the metaphysics come from, and he wanted to give me like a full refutation of tag. And I just said like, hey, wait, I don't. I'm just asking you what where your ideas come from. I don't really care for.
Remember that actually.
I don't really care for you to give me a refutation of my worldview. I just want to understand yours. And he said, "Well, my preference." I was like, "Okay, perfect." And I think
And he stood on it too.
yeah. And the moment he said that, I was just like, "Okay, if it's your preference, I don't care." You know,
Right,
he
and
understood. He understood
Right.
where I was coming from, which is my I don't care to have this conversation, which is that is just according to your preference. And he didn't get mad or anything. He's just like, oh, mutual understanding, mutual. I don't care.
Like, yes, it is my preference, and I don't care what you think about it. Basically, is his stance.
But he's really like, at least he's saying that, and he has like a way of trying to defend it. It usually has to do like with free will, and his ideas of free will. And if you don't have like certain metaphysical points for you to say like, well, I have to believe in these and understand that you can still say no, but you know the moral thing will be to believe in it. It's hard to get to him because he's gonna destroy you on my preference. He's just gonna be like, well, your preference is to be Christian, my preference is not to. So you have to be.
He knows the preference argument well, too.
And he's
Right,
good
he
at
knows-
it.
Yes.
He's good at it too. Oh no.
Like, you can watch his altercations I call them, but they're just verbal chats or talks or arguments with people like Jim Bob or Andrew in after panels at Sarah's and stuff, and he holds his own for the most part. It's not like he defeats them, but it's not like they just trounce him either. You know, usually he ends up holding his ground pretty well, and there's not enough to say he's flat out wrong, so he comes out looking like he's just fine.
I mean, at least he doesn't come out looking like a total done.
Exactly.
Which is a lot to say, because a lot of people have gone over there and end up looking like total duns.
If you get the big enough britches to go and take shots at people like Andrew Wilson, you can expect that you're going to end up looking like an idiot. Even if you weren't wrong, you'll probably end up looking like an idiot. I'll just throw that out there. But I think a lot of that has more to do with like skilled rhetoricians, right? Because even somebody who is wrong, who's really linguistically savvy, can tear people up that may be more correct than them, but they couldn't express it as well. And so the person who's better at language wins. Yeah, I agree with that.
By the DB3 guy?
Oh my gosh. Really impressed, huh?
You were really impressed by AB3? I think it means CB3.
I hope that's not what anyone thinks.
Please don't believe that. Someone click that.
So much I wanted to say. There's so much I wanted to say, but it was just like rambling for long periods of time, just droning enough that you can't really understand the other person who's talking. And it's like, I don't know if you realize this, guy, but somebody not engaging with you has nothing to do with their level of fear of engaging with you. Sometimes people just don't like you, so they don't engage with you. It's not fear, it's just you're too whatever you
Spastic.
are for me to deal with you. I don't care what you have to say. That's why, like, I like Grid, but, like, I wouldn't have given as much time to that as Grid did. I know that Grid was, like, done with him and trying to make him, you know, go away and stop looking like an idiot or show that he was an idiot, but, like, I didn't care enough. Like, at that point, I was just like, okay, dude, you're as bad as any leftist at this point, because you're just spewing and spewing and spewing. And you're making all these grand claims, and then saying you have to go to my channel to see it. Okay, cool. I don't care enough to even go to your channel to see it. So what are we talking about?
Well, you have to go to his channel to see it.
I don't
Otherwise we don't know what we're talking about.
I think that was the whole point. Most of us are like, we don't care. Like, cool. If you believe that, you're free to believe that, but none of us actually care.
I
And
made
you
him
and I
mad,
both know
Scott.
that.
I made him mad. What?
Yeah, but we all know he's been going from like channel to channel for the last couple months, saying
No,
it
it's
over and
been
over and
it's
over again.
been at least a year. Cause like 6 months ago, Andrew had the debate with him at Sarah's, and he still he lost that one badly.
I didn't even know we had a debate with him.
Yeah, they already had a debate. It was an
Or was it like
after
after
panel
panel?
debate. Yeah, it was not like the super debate.
Okay.
But it's still way more
Oh.
than most people get, you know? Like, that's a lot of...
Okay,
If-
so I'm gonna say what I think happened, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't there for that. I think what happened is he's trying to say that there are rights, and duties prove that there are rights, because you wouldn't have duties if there weren't rights to have duties for. And then he tried to take it to biblical passages that prove it, and Andrew stopped engaging because he's trying to make it theological, which it doesn't need to be theological at all in the first place, because force doctrine shows us that rights can't exist without force. Force is what makes even the concept of rights viable, right?
No. You kinda right, but that's not what happened. What happened was dumber. It just was.
Dumb.
Yes.
Dumber. Wow. Okay.
So, what happened was Andrew got in. They start thinking about what is right. Andrew wants to do, wants to clarify semantics, because you have to do that, because you don't even know what this guy is thinking anyway. You'll never know. And they're trying to clarify semantics, and Andrew tells him, "Oh, asks him a question," and this guy will not clarify the question and will not clarify semantics, and just starts attacking Andrew with, "You don't want to debate me because you're afraid." So that's what happened in the debate.
So
That's
basically what he's doing right now on everybody's channel is exactly what he did to Andrew, and now
yeah,
he's saying he was right.
yeah.
Wow.
The truth is, you don't want to debate me because we're doing this right now, and I know that you want to clarify the question, but we need like
Right
more
now?
time for it. It's like,
He doesn't want to debate me.
he doesn't want to. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how he sounds. He doesn't want to debate me, and every time it's here,
Whoever it was who called him Timu Jack Sparrow, that shit was spot on.
Timu Jack Sparrow. Oh my god, Timu Jack Sparrow. Pinnock, yeah, I'm probably gonna end it. I'm tired as well. We've been
So
going all over the
I-
place. And I need to
What?
finish my video and put my personal information on it. And I can't
Okay.
do it while you guys are watching.
I see how you are. You don't even trust us? What the hell? Oh.
I trust you enough to open it, realize what I was doing, and be like, huh, I can't do this.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Oh, man. Oh, well, thank you for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wonder if there's anybody on I can shout out.
Get ready. I
Just
think Jess is going still. I don't know for sure, but
just should be
it's up to you.
going.
Yeah, it looks like Jess is going. I don't know who else. Let's look here.
I wanna say something about that. It's gonna be real quick. It's not to start drama, but it's kind of annoying that there is infighting sometimes. Because
I agree.
people
I
comes
don't like
in and
fighting.
be mad at these. First off, yeah, they can suck it obviously, but second off, it's just still annoying. Like if I'm gonna rate
Yeah.
somebody, even if it's controversial,
Yep.
it's my choice,
Yep.
and I obviously don't want to get you to a place where things are bad, obviously, right? But I don't have any problems
True.
with Jess. Just kind of cool, and she has good panels sometimes.
Yeah. Flo is also going still. And Kel, actually. Looks like.
I'm not gonna rate Cal.
I mean,
after
people could
after
give her
the "Who
crap.
the fuck are you" comment, it was like,
Oh, well, that's funny. I'm like just hovering the mouse over these channels. Like Dusty's going. He's got a panel of like 7 people. 6 if you include him. Beth is over there. Orthodox Guy, Chuck, 10th Man. And then over at Jess's, you have like Jess and some guy I don't know. Fuel My Fire. And then you look at Kel's, and Kel's got Kel, Duck, somebody else, just a bunch of the lib side, all talking.
let's see. Cause I was looking at the other my normal one. Oh,
And
okay. I'm gonna grade. I'm gonna. I hate Smoko. I'm not gonna put you
so,
through that. I'm just gonna go ahead and give a
A
shout
bit,
out
and we brought
to the Poly Dusty. I am gonna put some channels on the chat for everybody to take a look at real quick, and should have them already here, but I don't. I'm bad at these.
I need to do that too. Like I need to do like a copy paste sheet that I can just grab stuff off of. But I use Nightbot right now because it's kind of helpful. But
Who has a YouTube? Just White? Yeah. Or you mean Kel?
say what?
No, only Mr. Beal says she has a YouTube. Is it Kel or Jess? Or who are we talking about?
You mean
Okay.
because she like Twitch or whatever?
I think she does. She streams on Twitch. I don't know if she does it on YouTube. In
She does
in
now.
in Twitch is Kinetic Cal. That's it. I'm gonna put Jess's White. If anyone wants to go over there, I you don't have a clue how much I hate that song. You don't understand it.
I'd rather go to Flow anyway.
So I put both. The first one is for Flow. The second one is for it's gonna be for Jess White. I'll put on.
It's not who's on the panels though. Like sometimes I go to the panel and I'm like, I don't even care. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's nothing against the people, but sometimes it's just like, not not fun enough. I guess I don't know.
You obviously have to go to Grid 1 and to Abe and sub and do all of the things that you usually do. Uh, I was like, I don't need to shout out the Crucible because you all know it. And yeah, I'll probably, I'll probably be on chat. I don't know which chat, and I'll be working on my stuff while I do that. But I can't do it while I have the stream on. It's unfortunate, but that it is what it is.
Fair. Makes a lot of sense, actually. I had to coach somebody on making sure that they weren't sharing their own private information recently too, because it's too easy to do to accidentally pop between a screen and bam, hit yourself with the self docs.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
would
yeah.
think that that it would be harder to do because you're obviously paying attention, but when you're in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff jumping through your own accounts, it's really easy to accidentally show
Trying to
all
put
kinds of
attention to
stuff.
chat as well, getting everybody ready.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I'll be. I just have to say thank you, Abe, for being on. Thank you,
of
everyone,
course,
for
dude.
being here. Um, I'll be ending the stream now. Hope you all have an excellent rest of your well. I think the weekend's over, so I hope you have an excellent week and to enjoy and have a good night. And with that,